Hello and good evening, and welcome to another edition of Thursday Night Magic. I'm Clifford, as always. Tonight I'm joined again by Skyville. Sky, how are you tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Clifford?
I am just wonderful. I cannot complain, not that it would do me much good to anyhow. How about yourself?
Well, last week was absolutely exhausting. I was playing at Mythic Championship 7, and I will tell you something, post-ban, and some people could even argue pre-ban, this is one of the hardest standard formats I have ever come across. So maybe that's because I'm more of an aggro mid player. But I'll tell you something, if you're not playing something that resembles Control right now, it is a super hard meta.
I can imagine, like, this past month. I haven't had a whole lot of time to grind in December, but when I was playing Golgari Adventures last month, it was winning games at 3 life and 4 life and swinging back and forth and blowout game 2s that lead to just the grindiest game 3s, and it's an interesting format right now. It's very, very grindy.
Have you played Post Oko?
Yes, I played Post Oko for. I went 13-2 the day after the ban, putting 4 main deck Duresses in my deck, and it was so good for about 2 days, and then everything adjusted, and then the Duresses weren't good anymore.
Yeah, I haven't really seen a ton of side deck Duresses. I will tell you firsthand that they were not as useful as you would have thought of. I had them in my side deck. The deck that I really wanted to play, our deck lists were due about 9 days after the ban list came out. And this is someone who did play Once Upon a Time in Veil of Summer, and I was having a lovely time playing Gruul Adventures prior to Once Upon a Time's ban. So, about a week or so ago, like after the tournament, a little bit bummed, I finished in the middle of the pack, believe it or not. I just didn't make day 2. So, Seawolf over here, hey Seawolf in chat, links me up with this deck. It is Temur Adventures, and I will tell you something, it is the most difficult yet rewarding deck to play, but yet again, Clifford, it does fit with that meta of just everything being a slog and a grind, and when you're playing a deck that's supposed to make something like Jeskai Fires run out of gas, you know it's going to be a long match.
Oh yes, and I'm no stranger to playing the grind stuff. It's just I don't have as much time as I used to, and I can't do it as often. I love to. I haven't had time to grind the ladder this month just because so many other things. And I don't know. It's so much fun to play and think. Just it burns out your brain after a couple hours.
Well, now I have to look up this new Ashiok after Seawolf said something. I gotta take a look at the spoilers.
Hang on. New Ashiok?
I'm really afraid to now after somebody said something here.
Oh, Ashiok's awesome.
We're gonna take a look right now as soon as possible. So what are your thoughts on the new Ashiok, as I'm actually looking up to read it?
I mean, it certainly looks like a 5-mana Planeswalker that I would probably play even if it was just 5 mana -3 of the ability.
Why does that -3 give me very bad flashbacks of Teferi 5?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, for all those of you at home that want to follow along, Ashiok Nightmare Muse, it is a 5-drop, 3 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black. +1, create a 2/3, that's a big stat right there. Not a 2/2, a 2/3 blue and black nightmare creature token with whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. -3. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and then that player exiles a card from their hand. -7. You may cast up to 3 face-up cards from your opponent's face-up cards your opponents own from exile without paying their mana cost. That's a pretty typical Ashrak thing to do. If you saw the first Theros Ashrak, that's not that far off. But I'll tell you something, and I agree with Friday Witch here in chat. We need a little less control right now. So the only way this is going to work is if we get some sort of Red Deck wins redemption to offset this. I really hope they do that, because without Red Deck wins, this becomes even more of a control-y format now that Oko and Once Upon a Time and Veil of Summer are gone.
Certainly a start of Theros previews. Have you seen the new Elspeth?
Yes, my only grievance about Elspeth. So we can all agree that white on its own, or white is an aggressive color, it's in decline right now. We had a joke at the Mythic Invitational and Championship saying, where are the planes? Where are the planes? Like, I don't think too many people registered any basic planes in their decks. If it was a few, it was a lot.
Well, wasn't that the big stat from the Mythic? No, not the...
From MC7, yeah.
From MC, the previous one before that, where when I guess it was Mythic Championship Oko, if we want to really talk about it.
Yeah.
Where more breeding pools were registered than plains and mountains and swamps combined.
Yeah. Which doesn't surprise me.
So Sky.
Yeah.
First up tonight, we have Roguelink and Friday Witch. Do you want to see what they brought to the table tonight?
I would love to see what they've brought to the table tonight.
Let's set them free then.
Okay. Let's do it.
I have given them the go-ahead. Now I will hit the button. I hit the wrong button. I fixed it now. There we go.
Alright, that doesn't surprise me from Friday. A good selection there on Rakdos Sacrifice. I was fortunate enough to beat one of those during MC, but again, that's only because I had these big, gigantic creatures with Trample, which right now is one of the few ways to beat the Sacrifice deck. You either outlast it by making them run out of gas and resources through the Adventures decks, or you use Trample and use something like Questing Beast Vivian.
Trample is good. Trampling over a poor cat that got sacrificed is even better.
So, correction, that was Roguelink's deck. I had the top and the bottom flip. So, Roguelink got that Friday on that wonderful green-black. I should have known that that is what Friday was going to choose to play.
Meanwhile, Roguelink, of course, on some kind of fun aggro-style Butcher Witch's Oven combo. That's just a combo right there in and of itself.
I will say Roguelink is running it looks like Roguelink's running the less control-y version of it. This matchup right here is really not indicative of the format. The format right now is just a really long slog of Golgari cat food and fires with your occasional Adventures deck mixed in. But again, that's one of the things, and I say this every week, I enjoy this about Thursday Night Magic. You get such a refreshing take on whatever format we'd be playing. So good for Friday Witch and Roguelink here. I like the deck selection so far.
And then Murder, getting rid of the poor elf.
Murder, but no Murderous Rider. That's interesting. Alright, so what happens here? I think you attack with the Butcher, maybe? And then you leave Av Nixilis' Cruelty back? Roguelink go with just the Footlight Fiend on its own. Ooh.
Well, that will trade the Footlight Fiend with the Regisaur.
That's quite the move there by Roguelink. But Friday has no shortage there. That Fabled Passage, really good news here for Friday. Can get the second Swamp.
And that
And
will turn on everything right there.
yes.
The hand is now castable.
I like the little smiley face Friday keeps putting up. I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun little cursor.
Yeah. All right, so what do you do here? You go. I think you go Rankle. No. Friday's waiting. Friday's going to be using what we call Swift End here, the castable version of Murderous Rider. Friday will be doing this on the 3/3 Butcher. Still taking the damage, but you're still cleaning the field way before Judith comes out, or as I like to call her, Judge Judy. Yeah, Spawn of Mayhem's going to be a little risky here for Friday, because if Rogalink sees that cat, that is going to put a massive timer on this. Now, here's another question here, Clifford. Do you play, do you play Murderous Rider as a creature? And that is exactly what Friday does.
It gets you a little bit of lifelink and another butcher.
Alright.
That's a... Now, this is an interesting play.
I like it. Oh! Alright, maybe you saw that about a second before I did. But yes. Now Friday doesn't gain the life.
No life gain.
Ooh.
On that side.
That's a spicy play.
Now, in this instance, I would...
You attack with Rankle and Murderous Rider, no?
Yes, I would play the Rankle and attack with both. And then go discard a card, sacrifice a creature?
Yeah. Friday can certainly afford to discard the Paradise Druid right now. Okay, keeping the Paradise Druid to leave the ability to double spell. I do like that.
And the life situation kind of precarious, so having two Spawn of Mayhem probably not ideal.
Alright, here comes Judy. Now remember, Rogalink still does have that food on the field. That could play a role in the super late game here. So let's see, Friday's at 5. When Judy dies, Judy would deal 1 damage. But if Rogalink uses the oven, Clifford, I believe Friday would not take the 2 damage, because that is being consumed by the oven. The downside being you can't have Murderous Rider the creature. This is very interesting. Friday going for the sacrifice method instead. Probably the preferred method. You don't want to be spending all that life right now when you're at 5. I like this. What a great play here by Friday Witch.
Definitely a good reason to keep that Paradise Druid. And then casting the Rider. Rogalink gonna gain a little bit of life.
This is still looking really good for Friday right now. Drawing things versus not drawing things, always advisable in Magic the Gathering.
Generally, that is correct, yes.
Alright, do you
Rankle
just...
not picking anything. No need.
Keeping Swift End up, and that, I believe, is going to be it for game 1 here.
And
that was crazy.
That is the concession from Rogalink. The Golgari coming back.
You gotta watch out for Golgari. It can do that. It can snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat.
Oh, it can. It's like I was saying on that ladder all last month. Winning games by skinny your teeth on 3 life. 2 life, 6 life, 3 life again.
Rogalink didn't see any cats either. With a deck like this, you pretty much need to see the cats in the Golgari matchup. Every single point of life matters here. And that goes for the Jund matchup as well.
Yeah, the cats are pretty key. Shall we gear up for game 2? And, well, there's
Ooh.
a cat.
That is a collection of Magic the Gathering cards, Clifford. What do you think of this second hand? Roguelike Mulligan's up. I don't know. That's tough.
I would have probably kept the second hand
Yeah, that's a tough
and
call.
pitched one of the cruelties.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But we have a strong opening.
All right, what do you do here?
I attack with the team. Oh, come on. You could trade your butcher for their knight.
Yeah, trading the butcher for the knight's probably a pretty good idea.
Oh, well, now you attack with the team.
Yes, Friday having a little bit of a difficult situation here with land. Only 2 swamps right now. Well, 3 swamps, counting the one in Friday's hand. And Friday taking this one. Understandably so.
Well, only one land away from Rankle.
This is a situation right now for both players, obviously in Roguelink's favor because of the growing butcher. There is the forest for Friday Witch. So
And now there's the Assassin's Trophy is online, but do you want to use the Assassin's Trophy when your opponent is on 2 lands? And meanwhile, Rankle can come down, and with this first Rankle, you could use it to sacrifice a creature. Oh, no, just gonna sit back and block.
no murder here for Roguelink. The second swamp was needed for that. Swingle with the cat, huh? Rankle just blocks it.
It would trade with it because of Judith.
Oh, because of Judy. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, Growth Chamber Guardian in play here. Yeah, the cat and Judy is actually a really good combo. We don't see a lot of Judith right now. At least I haven't seen a lot of Judith out of these decks. So yeah, that's a very clever move. Oh, that is a find for Roguelink right now.
Yeah, that's pretty welcome. Goodbye,
if
Rankle, forever and ever.
If you're Friday here, what do you do? Alright, trading with the Judy. Friday doesn't know about the other card. The other Judith.
The other Judith, yes. Oh, are we gonna see the activation to take 6 damage?
Dang, this is tough. Friday holding up the Assassin's Trophy. I don't think that matters either way. I think we're going to 3 here. What a gutsy but good mold of 5 there, Clifford. This was a wild game from the get-go. For all the wrong reasons, but a wild game.
Yes, it was. And that will do it. We will be going to game 3.
Dang.
What a fun couple of games so far.
Well, usually you see a mull of 5 and you think it's going to be a one-sided match, but no, there was a very interesting reason as to why that one was close.
I mean, it was kind of one-sided. Just not in the way you would expect from a mull to 5.
So Friday mulligans. Okay, there's the 6. That's pretty okay 6 there to start.
Yeah, not too bad. Roguelink with a bunch of removal. But still only 2 lands. Lots of things that cost 3.
This will depend on if Roguelink can draw that other Swamp Clifford. Roguelink's going to be in big trouble if that other swamp can't make an appearance with that Regisaur happening soon.
Well, at least, if nothing else, the oven and the cat are there together. But, not for long. The trophy about to eat the oven, I would think.
The issue with that is, though, I mean, Friday doesn't know this. Again, this is from what we're seeing. Friday does not have this knowledge. This is going to enable Roguelink to get the other swamp, so there's going to be just removal all over the place at this juncture.
Yes.
And especially the danger of playing Regisaur. The danger of playing Regisaur is Roguelink can wait until Friday has to discard and then get rid of it.
That is correct.
So do you hold Swift End here instead, thinking that that's a very real possibility, knowing that Roguelink has played things like Ob Nixilis, Cruelty, Murder, etc.?
With a cat and a Footlight Fiend up, I hold the Murderous Rider for the Swift End.
And
prepare for a Rankle assault and try and let Rankle take over the game.
Oh, okay. I like that move. I mean, it's not going to work out, unfortunately, because of removal. But I like that move. Like, given no knowledge, that was a very strong move there by Friday. Didn't work out, unfortunately, but very good move there.
Kind of surprised to see that from Roguelink. When I guess the Exile is powerful there. But Judy could have set anything up to trade, and you could exile. But now exiling the adventure is probably correct.
Yeah, this is very much going to be up to... This is going to be up to what Friday draws here over the next couple of turns. Now, here's my other question. And again, this is very easy to see when you're the person commentating versus the person playing. I do want to make that well known. Why does Roguelink choose to play Murder there and not wait to see if, something else were to happen?
I mean, murder the Rankle and attack. Get the 2 damage in.
Well, I mean, Rankle was tapped though last turn, so that was why I was thinking about that.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So same thing here. But yes, if Rankle's not tapped, 1000% that's what you should do. Now here we go here, Clifford. We have the Regisaur. We have the Great Henge. It's party time.
The party is here.
Ooh.
But meanwhile...
Ooh! That's
we have
a cat.
Cats and ovens. And little devils.
So what this is going to do then, Clifford, the cats and the ovens will kind of offset, sorta, between each turn. Friday's got to draw a creature, so you cannot draw lands in this scenario. There's a creature, Knight of the Ebon Legion. Good start.
It's a pretty good creature.
No one wants to see that right now. Although it's a land that it can at least fetch another land and reduce the possibility of getting more lands.
Yes, of all the lands to draw in that situation, that's one of the better lands.
I'm calling my shot now. It's going to be a close match. I think that it's either going to be the lifelink that's going to save Roguelink, or it's going to be that Great Henge life gain that's going to make a big, big, big difference in this match.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think Judith might be the deciding factor in this game.
Yeah, Friday's going to have to draw something to deal with Judy. I would definitely agree with that. Oh, and this is the third oven, because remember, Trophy got the one oven, I believe, earlier on. Dang, that is brutal.
That is certainly a draw.
So, you can block here and then respond to damage being dealt by pumping. Or just do that right now too. That works. Yeah, Friday cannot afford to draw any more lands at this point. You have to be drawing things that get other things here.
Pretty much. Let's see.
No, that's a draw. Growth
That's
Chamber
a card
Guardian.
that gets other cards.
But that might not solve Friday's life woes, though. Ooh, that's a Murderous Rider, though. So you go after Judy then, I assume. As
You
tough
go
as
after
that
Judy.
is.
You see if
That's a Wrinkle. Do you play the Wrinkle? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the smart thing to do. You go after the Judy because otherwise you're taking a ton of damage. And Friday doesn't even know about the other oven yet. That's the other tough part.
kind of surprised not to see a sacrifice in response to the targeting of the Judy. Bye, food. Hi, cat. Welcome back. All right. This is going to be the deciding turn.
Or not. Not quite yet. That Murderous Rider, though, it's a shame. It's a shame life gain can't happen with that. Ooh, Trophy is not terrible. This is too close to call right now, Clifford. Friday getting back into this.
Yep, Friday, which definitely coming back into this in a big way.
What do you do here? Do you pay the 2 and play the Assassin's Trophy, knowing that you're gonna save that much life? Yeah,
Probably.
you discard the Growth Chamber Guardian here for sure. Make them discard their last card. Yeah, 4/4 Rankle here. That is a great point. That's ridiculous. Rankle was only meant to be a 3/3 to pump it up more. It just makes it that much more better.
It's a pretty good card. Yeah.
Sacrificing. Do you go with the... I mean, you don't know... Again, you don't know what your opponent has, obviously, but that's a tough call there. Is that lethal? I want to say it is. It's 2 from the cats here. And then another 2 from the cats, and then Dreadhorde Butcher. Nope, it is not lethal because Friday has the Assassin's Trophy.
The
Okay.
trophy coming down.
I think Friday lives here by... Well, actually, no, the Dreadhorde Butcher. Although, Friday could block the Butcher with the right...
Oh, well, that...
Oh. Well, hang on. You can still block with Murderous Rider here. You can still block with the Murderous Rider. You block with everything, obviously. That lifelink is suddenly going to become relevant. I think
What a
Friday...
board state.
Oh my god, I think Friday narrowly lives because Friday was bold enough to play the Overgrown Tomb last turn. That is the play that made the difference right now. And that's a tough decision Friday had to make.
2, 3...
Anybody got a calculator?
You know what they say? Math is for blockers. Yep,
Oh,
sacrificing
no, that is
so there's
lethal.
no life link.
That is lethal.
Yep, that'll do it.
Because of the light. Ah. What was that? Was that 3 or 4 ovens for Roguelink that game? Yeah, that was the extra oven. That was so close. Top decks were great on both sides, to be fair. To be fair. But
That was a fun game.
That was a very fun game. Friday almost ran away with it, and both of them not over super duper overdrawing lands. Roguelink was short on lands for a lot of that. Friday had a lot of lands, so dang. I want to see that again at some point. That was quite the match. That was fun to watch.
It was really fun.
Oh, yo, CPU's gonna play. This is exciting. I have never seen CPU play. CPU is from my chat, and I'm very stoked to see this match. Who's CPU gonna be playing, Clifford?
Mana Carver.
And it looks like, if this is CPU's perspective here, it looks like CPU is going with one of the Simic Flash decks from the MC. I believe there were 3 players up in the top 8 that was using Simic Flash. So while we're waiting for this to load, did you all know, I believe this is from what I'm told from people, that the friends list did come out today?
I saw that. I haven't figured out how to implement it quite yet, but
That's exciting. People have wanted that for a while. Finally, you have friends. Oh. See, well, if you always had friends. Oh, yeah, the Brawl event's out too. Dang.
oh yes, there is the Brawl event. There we go. That looks a little better. Hey. All right. So we have CPU Geek versus Amethyst.
This is great. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. I do not know what to expect from either player other than the fact that CPU is playing Simic Flash.
I also have no idea what to expect. Look at those beautiful cards. Quench, what a great card. It's no mana leak, but you know, it's not terrible.
I know a lot of aggressive players that would very much disagree with that, Clifford. That's such a mean card, Quench. It's a good card, but it's a mean card. Is that mono white on Amethyst side of the screen?
That's what it appears.
That's exciting. We really haven't seen too much from mono white. We had blue-white flyers for a little while. But to see mono white, I mean, we don't have Lyra anymore. Lyra was the real powerful card in that matchup.
Yes, indeed. Maybe. So, that's a lot of you know, little white creatures over there. Raise the Alarm. What a card Raise the Alarm is. So that Hunted Witness doing lots of attacking.
What do you think of those draws? There is that 2 ambushers I see, Clifford?
That appears to be 2. It looks like 4 on the screen, but that's just that. Don't mind that. I'm working on that.
There. Now we have only 2 instead of 4. Now, if we saw any more than 4, Clifford, I was going to call you out on that.
It's all fine. Don't mind me. So anyway, we now have an island that likes to attack for 3 because Nissa has shaken the world. But now Nissa is trapped inside of a realm of prisons. What do you think goes on in the prison realm? Think you like have to sit there and hammer out license plates?
Oh my gosh, it is a lot of jail for sure. If you're going to prison world anything, Nissa Who Shakes the World seems like a pretty good candidate.
Yeah, like, right? That's what I'm saying. And, you know, there's a tribunal that can come and deal with this ambusher if need be also. We will be seeing more wolves come out to play, though, because, you know, that's what wolves do.
Yeah, this is a very scary scenario, especially for any kind of weenie deck to be up against. Just a card that produces a token every turn. It's one of the scariest things you can see. I don't remember seeing the wolf symbol pop up like that. That's kind of cool. That must have been added in the last update. I like that.
Always new things in this Magic arena. Constantly. From friends list to historic event things. So, like, did you see they added Riss the Redeemed to both Brawl and Historic today?
I did see that, and it'll be fun to play all of tribal decks with that for sure.
Speaking of next week, we will be featuring Historic here on Thursday Night Magic. CB gets that attack for 3 with the Wolf and the Ambusher, saying, "Hey, we're getting the pack back together. They're on a mission from God."
Clifford, I see what you did there.
See, you got Jake on the right and Elwood on the left, the 2 ambushers hanging out, getting the band back together. Meanwhile, Amethyst has a main deck disenchant. That's a fun call, and is probably useful more often than not in this format.
Yeah, I think the tokens here are just going to get the job done as I had thought, unless something happens with that Bishop of Wings. But if you take a look at the land situation right now, Amethyst has just drawn so many lands this match.
Yeah, that's a lot of land for the White Weenie deck. But it's going to gain some life. That's a lot of cards. And a fairly large Hydroid Krasis. It's a little bit bigger than the Dawning Angel. But the Dawning Angel is going to throw itself in front of the ambusher. At least that's what it looks like to me. Decisions. And another land.
That's brutal.
With a lot of attacks, this should be game 1 going to CPU Geek. We'll see the disenchant break the prison realm. Nissa is hammering out license plates no more. And we move to sideboarding.
Well, you really can't say too much yet. That was a little more one-sided than you would like there, because again, you can't draw that many lands and stay alive right now in standard. The only exception would be is if you use Beanstalk Giant or something like that, you get to get lands out of your deck. But other than that, you really have to be on the ball and you have to be on the play to have a good chance against Flash.
Yes, and when your aggro deck is drawing... Oh, hey, a tooltip about submitting your deck. So we have a negate, a quench, and 2 Hydroid Krasis. No, now we have a bunch of lands and a couple of counterspells. Decisions. Go to 5 or keep this hand. We've already seen one mull to 5 work out. And the Hunted Witness coming down. The army of Hunted Witnesses. It's like the entire protection program coming together. Yeah, that Brazen Borrower might get some work in. Lots of control elements on CPU Geek's hand, and lots of creature things on Amethyst's side of the board, but stuck on 2 lands this time. From drawing all the lands to being 1 land short. But is it really 1 land short? With a couple of Hunted Witnesses coming along. Just chugging through a couple of damage here, a couple of damage there. One of them's getting bounced now. I'm gonna borrow your cloak.
Clifford, these puns.
I'm sorry. I say I'll stop, but I probably won't.
No. That's one of those things that makes you you. I get it.
We didn't see the recast of the Hunted Witness. That can only mean one thing. The alarm is going to be raised.
You know, I feel like I should apologize to Amethyst because we just talked about too many lands, and now poor Amethyst isn't getting enough.
I know.
Lands.
That's yes.
I mean, Amethyst isn't out of this by any means, but some lands need to be drawn very soon. Oh, and there is the Frilled Mystic there. CPU getting too many lands now too, but that's not so bad when you have 2 Brazen Borrowers waiting.
Yeah, when you have a couple of Brazen Borrowers waiting to just start attacking in the air, a couple of counter spells in hand, you're happy to have the land, the spare land. Those Hunted Witnesses doing some damage, getting in there. Dealt 8 damage so far from Hunted Witnesses. And one of those Brazen Borrowers has made it out onto the field. The alarm being raised now. Well, was being raised. Now it's... They silenced them like Metal Gear Solid. They negated the alarm. Yeah, it's horrible draws for Amethyst, both games. Because at this point, even if you draw the 3rd land to play your banner, there's a Frilled Mystic and a Sabotage just waiting to ruin your night. Well, in this case, the Frilled Mystic doesn't need to counter anything. It can just, eat your witness.
Yeah, still got 3 lands. Can play the banner here.
Unfortunately, we'll get Sinister Sabotaged, but that is all of CPU Geek's cards. If you can, just draw a little bit more, you're getting out of it.
That's a draw for CPU though.
Yeah, that is probably enough to say, hey, there you go. We're gonna stop this alarm from being raised again, and that's lethal. And that will do it. CPU Geek will win 2-0 tonight in game 2. You know what that means, Skybills?
What?
It means there's only one thing left.
What is that?
We have Seawolf and Roguelink in the final game for all their marbles in the grudge match for this week between the 2 of them.
That sounds like fun.
So GG's to CPU Geek, and let's get the final game of the night set up. Hopefully, things will appear shortly. All right, let me set them free. All right, I've told them to start. So we should be getting going very quickly.
Sounds good.
So we should be getting this next game started very soon. What is this? Bantu Bashers is what the name of this deck is for Seawolf. That sounds like fun.
All right, so Seawolf now using looks like some kind of Fires deck. I don't know if I recall seeing Rakdos-like colors in a Fires deck. Maybe it's 5 color.
I mean, I only saw the Rakdos on the deck. Meanwhile, Roguelink with looks like white-black knights. Maybe full Mardu, maybe. We'll see. This is an interesting cats to the fires. Like, I'm intrigued. Seawolf wasting no time to get that cat food combo together. And the Mayhem Devil coming in.
And it looks like Roguelink on Orzhov here.
Yeah, with these knights, we're gonna see the Ardenvale Tactician tapping down both creatures, going off on an adventure to waylay the Mayhem Devil. And now the Mayhem Devil really shining. Okay, so Fires lets you cast a free Witch's Oven. What a beautiful thing to cast for free off of your Fires of Invention. And this is just gonna be brutal. The Mayhem Devil will eat the Tactician while the Familiar will eat at Roguelink's life total.
I've been told by other players that you don't want multiple cats, but you do want multiple ovens. This is a very ideal situation for Seawolf right now.
Yeah, that's just going to be the game right there.
Yeah, what a bunch of draws, and Seawolf just beautifully constructing this game one here.
Just like that. You blink and it's over. The Rakdos cat fires have I don't even know what you say there. That was awesome.
I have seen this deck go around, and it is very difficult to take down. Now that I'm looking at Seawolf's list a bit closely. Bantu is just brutal here. And so is Cavalier of Flame. Cavalier of Flame was a sleeper card for a little while, but there it is. Fires happens, and suddenly Cavalier's all over the place.
So now we have... Oh, that's a pretty good 7, I would say.
Yes, I'd say so too.
I'd say on both sides, we got a couple of good 7.
Oh yeah.
Roguelink really wants a 3rd land, but we'll get there when we cross that bridge. And hey, there you go. Easy. Seawolf using that Bone Crusher Giant, taking out the Knight of the Ebon Legion before it can start to wreak havoc upon the board. Now the Corpse Knight, any sort of answer on Roguelink's side of the board.
Yeah, I kind of stopped Seawolf a little bit in his
Just
tracks.
a tad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and with the double tap down, Roguelink gonna take a little damage, but it clears the way to get some more damage in. Man, I love Fabled Passage. It's such a well-designed card.
It's fair. Seawolf here, hoping for a fire soon. Very much needs the fires. However, we'll get the nice blocks off of the Cauldron Familiar here.
And I mean, doesn't even need fires with all these lands. And just cast cards. Although the Corpse Knights are definitely starting to drain away. It's like the reverse of last game. Oh, but there's the fires.
Yep, that is just what Seawolf needed. Now he will not need to pay for the shock land here. And we'll get both Bantu and Cavalier Flame out.
Oh, and hey, what is Bantu without his twin brother Bantu?
Oh, Bantu will be next turn. Oh, a nice charge now. This is a card I haven't seen a ton of people build a deck around.
Well, that...
Oh my.
That's pretty good.
It ain't bad. I think that's going to be game, I think. No, wait. Seawolf will live by 1 here if I'm reading the board properly.
What it looks like.
Alright, another cat. That's not exactly terrible. So you put the cat out and then you put the Bantu out? You just get rid of all your land? Well, maybe not all of them, because you'll need them to cast with fires, but I'm interested to see what kind of decision Seawolf makes here.
Seawolf is going to sacrifice all of the lands after tapping them all for mana. This is the home run play. And the Ritual of Soot. Oh, but chooses the Cauldron Familiar. Wait, does he have enough with the 2 activations? Is that game?
It could be.
And it is. That
Wow.
will do it.
That was a
Cavalier
game.
Flame giving you all of your creatures haste is pretty good. Especially when you get the +1/+0. So that will do it. And give Seawolf the victory over Roguelink. Fires coming in and showing why casting spells for free is powerful. Alright, so with that will bring us to the end of another Thursday Night Magic. Tune in next week. We'll be featuring the historic format for the last show before Christmas. We might not be back the next week, the day after Christmas. We'll see. We'll see how tired everyone is of their families by then. But next week will be historic right here. Till then, enjoy. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy this great new update. Add people as friends. Enjoy your friends list. And yeah. You have any final thoughts, Skybills?
No, but I'll tell you something. Right now, if you are climbing the ladder in Standard, which we played tonight, try to go for some of the adventure decks. If you feel like you're ramming your head into a wall, the adventure decks tend to have a lot of value, especially with Lucky Clover. So Temur, Golgari, or you can do what Seawolf did here and go for value with Fires. So I highly recommend this for the ladder right now. Y'all can do it.
You certainly can. If I could climb to like whatever I got to last season in like 4 days, you guys can certainly get wherever you want to get to. Have a great evening and a great week, and we will see you next time. Have a good evening, everyone.
Take care, everybody.